Hi, my name is Mimi and welcome back to my channel, Untwisted. So, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you might not be surprised to find out that, we'll call it Bamboo Ginseng Curling Glaze, is hands down my favorite gel. It has a lot of weight, it gives a lot of shine, and it dries really quickly. So I really love this gel. So a few weeks ago, when Trepadora announced they were coming out with this Bamboo Ginseng Curling Mousse, I had to get my hands on it. I actually started playing with this mousse like 2-3 weeks ago now. So I retail Trepadora on my website, Untwisted.shop. And when some customers of mine heard from Trepadora that they were coming out with a mousse, they were like, you gotta get it in stock, you gotta get it in stock, you gotta get it in stock. Because buying it from my site versus Trepadora, it saves a lot of money on shipping. So I was like, I got this in as soon as I can and upload it to the site. And then once I got everybody's orders out, I was like, all right, so let me play with this in my own hair. So that was like, that might have been like 3 weeks ago now. I don't know, it's been so crazy. People have been buying this up. Like I've restocked twice, it is insane. So I think that must have been at least 3 weeks ago. Anyway, so once the kind of rush died down, the first weekend I got it in, I went ahead and gave this a try on my hair. Like I said, this isn't the set I did, but I did record the first time I used it. I've used it a few times since then and I like it. So I'm just gonna share how I used it, what my thoughts are, and how I would use it again in the future. And I've used it a few times. There's still like quite a bit left in here. So it's pricey, but I hate that saying, a little goes a long way, but it's kind of true this time. It's kind of true because I'm picking this up. I'm like, yeah, I only opened one bottle of this. I've used it a few times and it still feels pretty full. Alright, so let's get into it. I saw on the Trepadora website that they are able to get like nice sets using that foam alone or mousse. This is a mousse. They're calling this a mousse. Bamboo Ginseng Curling Mousse. So I'm going to call it a mousse. So before I got my hands on it, I did see on Trepadora's website where they used it and they just like comb it through with a brush and they get really nice results. A lot of times that is on slightly looser textured hair. The founder of Trepadora has like type 3-ish hair and they did a set on her and it was really nice. They were able to get her curls really defined using just the mousse. However, I knew that I could not go in with just a mousse. When I looked at this mousse, it doesn't look like it has any plastics in it. And the only mousses that stand a chance of that I can use alone without anything else, I feel like they have to have a plastic in it. So I knew that wasn't going to be the route I went to use it alone on my texture of hair. In the past, I have used Bamboo Ginseng Glaze with volumizing serums. So I've used Bamboo Ginseng Glaze with I Create Volume. And I've also used it with the, I think it's the Trelux High Reflux Serum. So I like that little bit of volume underneath Bamboo Ginseng Glaze, underneath the gel. So that's how I decided to give it a shot this time. So what I did was I applied Curly Magic as a base gel in the shower. And then when I came out of the shower, I went ahead and put the mousse on all over. And then section by section, I went ahead and worked the Bamboo Ginseng Curling Mousse through. And I liked it. At first, I feel like it was tricky. The first time I used the mousse, I wish I would have did it in the mirror because I feel like I used more than I needed to because I couldn't. It's so lightweight. It's fluffy. It's a very fluffy mousse. And I wish that I would have done it in the mirror so I could see where it was because it's hard to feel it on my hair. So that was the one regret I had doing it, you know, just filming it the first time I used it without getting a feel for what it was doing. But it's nice. Like I like a little bit of volume underneath Bamboo Ginseng Glaze because Bamboo Ginseng Glaze clamps down on them curls, which is good. It fights humidity. It gives me definition. It makes me look like I'm better at my washing than I actually am. So I really like Bamboo Ginseng Glaze for all of those things. But like having, you know, in the past it was a serum, and this time the mousse gives a little bit of lift underneath that tight, that strong hold. It's nice. So that's how I tried it. So I knew hands down, I did not use it any of the several ways that Trepadora recommended. I've used the B-Girl mousse and custard like that. I've used Miel mousse and custard like that. I prefer the finish of the custards and the gels to the finish of any of those foams because it's a little more shiny. I feel like the foams leave a little bit more matte. That's what I know Black Girl Curls calls it, matte versus shiny. I like the shinier finish, so I like to put the custards on top of the foams for that reason because I feel like the foams don't dry as shiny as the gels. And I feel like it keeps the volume at bay. So it's like, it lets the mousse expand a little bit, but not too much. That those custards come in like, clap it back down. So it's like a nice little lift underneath the custardy, heavier toppers. So that's how I like to use foams in general. So I went with what I knew for the first application, which was Curly Magic, the Bamboo Ginseng Curling Mousse, and then Bamboo Ginseng Curling Glaze. So I started like I do a lot of wash and goes, in the shower with Curly Magic, worked that through, and then I came and started recording. I separated my hair, well, I don't remember. The footage will be here so y'all will know. But I went through and I think I did the mousse all over at first. All over. And I like to apply the Bamboo Ginseng Glaze section by section because it dries fast, which is good, but it can start to get a little bit stiff when I put it on all over. So I went ahead, applied the mousse, applied the foam, and then section by section, I started to go through and rake the Bamboo Ginseng Glaze through. I normally always get to the back of my hair while I'm doing these videos, and then something happens and I gotta turn off the camera and then I don't catch the rest of it. And sometimes I feel like that's a little bit deceptive because for me the back of my hair is like the loosest section of my hair. So this time I started in the front and tried to get the front in the middle so that you guys can see like what that application looks like, because sometimes it takes a little longer, it's a little bit more smoothing because it's not as loose as the back of my hair. So that's what I did. I have not used a hooded dryer in like 4 or 5 months because the stand of my dryer is acting up and I can fix it. I just haven't made the time to do it. So what I've been doing for my wash and goes is either diffuse, some combination of diffusing and air drying. So that's what I did for this set. And that was one of the things I think it would have come out better if I had used the hooded dryer, because the hooded dryer does a much better job of getting that Bamboo Ginseng Curling Glaze to kind of clamp down over that foam that I like. It's a little harder to get that effect with the diffuser and air drying. And this time I didn't even have much time to diffuse. So what y'all gonna see is what my hair looked like after like 15 minutes of diffusing. I liked it. It lasted for me. I like to wash my hair twice a week. So 3 or 4 days is normally what I'm shooting for. And this set did last that long. I didn't get a chance to come back and show it, but I liked it. It did dry fluffier than even with the serums, which I liked. The footage of me and the after is after me diffusing for about 10 minutes or so. And then I let it air dry the rest of the way. I could feel the firmness of the Bamboo Ginseng Curling Glaze, but I like the fluffiness. It did give it some lift. Like, this is a very, very volumizing foam. Like, even while I was putting it on, I was like nervous because I was like, oh, is this gonna like break through this curling glaze? Because it's really like that fluffy, lots of lift. I know the trend with mousses in the curly hair arena has been definition. I have not tried AG Cloud, but I feel like from what people say about it, it's probably more similar to AG Cloud than it is to like a Mousse Def, the Miel mousse that I like. So those are my thoughts on the Bamboo Ginseng Curly Mousse. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you have tried it or if you planned on trying it, or if you're just like, nah, volumizing mousses is not part of my gang. It's not part of my routine. Thank you all for watching. I have so much content to edit and put up. I've done like a few twist outs that I wanted to get up to you guys, and I will get that done soon. But I know people have been wanting to see how this works on tighter textured hair. So these were my results, and again, thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon.